Okay, 4 minutes to tell this story. Okay, around the new millennium, I rode my mountain bike, this really heavy mountain bike. I was going up there, and you know, and I think I also walked sometimes too, out there. It used to take me. It took me an hour and a half to get out there. I'd have about an hour out there and have some lunch, and then I'd have to walk back an hour and a half, so basically to pick my son up from kindergarten or something like that. So it was a lot of effort for a little joy sort of thing. But one time I rounded this corner, this shallow corner on Picket Range Road, as I come around this sort of shallow corner, and outside the front of this person's house there was this post box, and around the post box there was like some dumped paint cans or something, or paint can or something, dumped near the post box, and this like patch of white where obviously he tried to either wash out the can or something. But around that area there was this massive vetch, or Vicia Faber, the Vicia Faber. It was growing like 3 or 4 times the normal size that you see in the neighbourhood here. It was just incredible. So as I ran, it was like, whoa! I mean, there's got to be some connection between those paint cans there and thing. And I'm just wondering whether were they using titanium dioxide in the paint, and that's what the white stuff on the ground was, or it was some other white pigmentation in there that we're using. I was thinking it's most likely titanium oxide, because we've got a hell of a lot of it in this country. It's dirt, because of that it's dirt cheap, easily available. It's in your country in large quantities, and we have companies that make the stuff in this country. So I'm thinking the most likely idea is there's some connection between titanium dioxide and probably our organism. Whether this works better than the zinc-rich sands around Perth, I don't know, but it'll be interesting. Will also be interesting to see what they find up in the Northern Territory. I mean, we have the most radioactive rocks up there in Kakadu than any other place on the planet. So there are strange things up there. So yeah, the rich uranium rocks in the world are in Kakadu. So apparently, anyway, from stuff I've seen online anyway, so that's about it. I might make another one up tomorrow or something, depending on how I'll put some plants in, and if suddenly there's a different response, then we'll probably have the idea that you do need a food source for the penicillium. You can't just have the cofactors or requirements for the organism to grow. You got to have a bit of oomph behind it, sort of thing, and then we can get round to photographing and sheath moon and all this other stuff, and fattening of roots, striking, cutting, germinating seeds, and all this sort of stuff we can start documenting, but based with a non-peat, almost a sand culture medium, not quite. I mean, that's the international standard, is having a sand culture, but sometimes you just can't quite get there, because these organisms do have other requirements that just sand does not have. There's no cellulose in silicon dioxide. There's no you can't really manufacture sugar from silicon dioxide, but you can from cellulose, because it is just a whole load of sugar moieties, mostly glucose. So and then there's maybe a connection there between your glycophytes, your CP glycophytes, and your cellulose. You never know. Okay. Maybe they can do what this penicillium can get, and once the cellulose starts to run down, the plants can take it and say, hey, I've got it, you want it, I'll give it to you if you give to me what I want, or something.